the holes at, you can see it, but you if you can't tell by looking at my face, it is extremely hot here. I think today is like 98 degrees or something like that. I don't know how many of you like work outside or whatever, but it sucks. I work outside, but not as much as I used to. Some days throughout the week I don't, some days I do, but for those that work outside every single day, I feel your pain. It freaking sucks. It is so hot out. But today, a little bit different scenery. We're gonna mess with the BMW today. I know it's not the truck content. I know a lot of you guys love the first gen, and the sad reality is we can't work on the first gen every single day. It's just not gonna happen. You know, I know you guys love the first gen. I know that's most of you only watch the first gen content, which is fine. You know what I mean? I can't make you watch something you don't want to see, but you know, I own other vehicles, and I am gonna mod them, and I'm going to have to work on them and everything else. So, you know, along with that will come content of other vehicles. Here soon I'm gonna be purchasing some more vehicles that a lot of you guys that watched for the first gen probably won't like so much. But hopefully, since you guys like the first gen, you'll be willing to support me, you know, through all of the builds, whether it's your taste or not. Hopefully you guys will watch merely for my style and the way I do things. So with that being said, today it's a sad day for me, because I really love these wheels, and they have to come off the car for a few different reasons. So I'm going to go over kind of why we need to take these off and what we're going to do next. So the main reason for taking the wheels off is because the back passenger side tire, on like 4th of July I got home and the tire was flat, and I kind of thought it was strange, but honestly never looked into it. I just let the car sit and drove the first gen because, you know, it's 4th of July weekend, and then right after 4th of July weekend I left to go to Minnesota for a week for work. So then it sat all throughout that time period. And so then when I finally got back on that Sunday, I finally jacked the car up to see what was wrong. Well, when I pull this wheel off, I'll show you guys, but the inner sidewall actually like blew out, obviously because of the camber. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to say I told you so or whatever, but I just really didn't think that it would happen that fast. And when I show you guys the way it wore, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be surprised as well. Because like I obviously knew the camber wear was going to be pretty bad, considering the wheels, you know, are pretty cambered in. Not by my choice, but because that's the only way they wouldn't rub with that big of a tire on the roof. So, yeah, I just didn't expect it, honestly. And this tire is the same way. It didn't blow out, but it's pretty close to. So the plan is to pull the wheels off, have all the tires dismounted, have the wheels sandblasted because they are plasti dipped. It was just like a quick temporary fix to make the car look halfway decent with these wheels on it until I could sandblast them. And that was going to be over winter, but since I'm not going to have them on the car right now, I figured this is a pretty good time to go ahead and sandblast the wheels, have them powder coated white like I want to, and also go to a stretch tire in the rear and a stretch tire in the front to hopefully bring the camber out some, so I can straighten this wheel up and prevent some of the camber wear that was happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the wheels off. Unfortunately, one of the things that really sucks is there's adapters with these wheels, so I have to pull the adapters off too and then put my stock wheels on. The car doesn't look bad with the stock wheels on, but the fitment's kind of meh, so, you know, And on top of that, I'm going to have to adjust the camber back out to where it looks halfway decent. And then hopefully not have to adjust the toe, but most likely we'll have to adjust the toe as well. Just because I don't want to destroy my stock tires, you know, too. So we're going to start working on that, and hopefully it's not too much of a pain. And yep, sad to see these wheels come off. We also, I kind of went on that tangent, but we also might just try to sell these wheels too and just go with something different. I do love these wheels. I love the white on the blue, but I also wouldn't mind a wheel with a little bit of a lip and a little more of an offset, and also something that is actually my lug pattern, so I don't have to run an adapter. So I don't know, we'll see where things go, but for now the Beamer will be on stock tires and wheels. But you know, good thing it's window tint, you know, don't have to look all stock with the windows, you know, blah blah blah, yee yee ha ha. It's hot, and we're gonna start knocking out these tires. One of the downsides to having a lower car is definitely the fact that you have to like drive it onto boards just to get a jack underneath it. And my car doesn't even like sit very low to the ground. It just tucks tire a lot. And it's, you know, I can't imagine actually having like a slammed car like sitting on the ground. So. How to make a car go from to in about 10 minutes. So sad. So I just test fitted the rear wheel to see how bad the camber was with a stock wheel on it, and it looks so goofy, especially since the bumper's kind of trimmed out for like a bigger tire and stuff. It looks goofy. Like, look how bad that is. So we are going to have to adjust the camber, and hopefully it doesn't mess with the toe. I guess we'll see. Yeah. I'm not going to bring it out to factory spec, but I'm going to definitely try to make it as best looking as I can. This just looks so good. I'm so sad, but oh well. Always time for forced upgrades. It really doesn't look that bad. Now that the suspension's settled, it tucks the rear tire pretty well. The only thing that looks weird is the bumper right here where it's trimmed. And then the front fitment isn't the best, but the car is definitely way lower with these tires. Like, you can definitely see a definite at least an inch ride height difference between these and the other ones, because the when I compared the two tires side by side, these were probably a whole maybe an inch bigger. So okay, so let's assess the damage. Well, right off the bat, you can already tell this tire was exposed to some overheating from probably being driven low, which it probably was low when I did drive it home that night, because I didn't honestly know, and the car did feel a little funny. But as you can see, it wore down to the right here is where the hole's at. You can see it, but you can tell that this sidewall's not in the best shape, and it's down to wire. But look at the rest of the tire. At least, you know, a good amount of tread. That's why I would never suspect this, I guess. I don't know. But this is the one that blew out, obviously. And then the one that didn't blow out yet, same way. So you can tell the whole sidewalls just wore out. Like, you can see where it's even flared out the sides. So it's down to the cord right here, not even to the metal, but to the actual stitching of the tire, the thread of the tire. So not good at all. So I'm glad I noticed. I'm glad that one just went flat instead of these blowing out on the freeway. That'd been bad. But we're working on getting these stocks on, and I think I already showed you guys this side, but sad when you see a car go back to stock. But especially a car that's not built and just has wheels, because it's like you drive around cool thing, you build a car, and then you put your stocks on, you're like, dang, I really didn't build a car, I just put some wheels on it. So sad, so sad. Okay, so it does look like I do need to adjust the toe. I drove around the block and the car was like all squiggly all over the place in the rear. And typically when you have a car that is like tracking like all over the place in the rear end, like it feels like it's just like wiggling back and forth, not even going fast or anything, it's usually a sign that you have some toe pointing away. So when you have toe in like this, the car will track straight. And so like a lot of like drift cars and stuff will have like a little bit of toe in so that they track in instead of like stepping out. You can tell if you look at the wheel, it's pretty obvious. The front of the wheel tilts this way. You can almost probably see it right here, yeah. And that was because when the wheel was cambered all the way in, I had to adjust the toe or whatever. So you can really tell on this one on how towed out it is, or towed out. So we're gonna adjust the toe. I'm gonna take a quick break though, because it's really hot. We're gonna adjust the toe in and then go test drive it again. Okay, so after towing in the rear wheels, the car does drive a lot better. And it doesn't drive all weird or anything, but the steering wheel is off center to the left. So what I think, my theory could be wrong, but I'm thinking that this one has too much toe in, so it's turning the car to the left, and you have to correct it to the right. So I'm going to tow this one out just a hair and see if that does the fix. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if I'm thinking right, that would be the cause of it. So I'm going to tow it out a little bit. Obviously this isn't a perfect alignment, but as long as I get the steering wheel straight, I don't really care, honestly. So just got the just drove the BMW. My estimate was right, so towing that wheel out just a tad straightened up the wheel, so it drives perfectly straight, drives good around corners, drives good under gas, so the BMW should be good for a little while until we sort out what we're going to do with these guys. Don't even got to touch the wheel, it drives straight. Obviously when the road's not curved I got to touch it, or when the road's curved I got to touch it. Let's see, let go of the wheel, do the let go of the wheel test. Obviously it's going to follow a road crown. And yeah, drives straight as can be. Going to the car wash right now. Got the BMW cleaned up, as you guys saw, and I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. As far as the BMW goes, right now the plans are to either A, sell the wheels, or B, have the wheels sandblasted and powder coated white and get a new fresh set of tires on it. If you are someone that actually likes cars or whatever, feel free to comment below if you think that I should keep those wheels, or if you guys think I should go with more of a lipped wheel and a little more offset. I personally like wheels with lips. I really don't want to run a staggered setup, so I probably just run a really aggressive offset all the way around. I mean, the car is already pretty much set up to have a pretty aggressive offset wheel, considering the fenders are rolled and pulled in the rear, and with everything being trimmed back there, I don't think I would have any problems running an offset wheel. But yeah, comment below if you guys are interested or whatever, if I should keep, what I should do with the wheels or whatever. Honestly, what it comes down to is if I can sell them, I'll sell them. If I can't, then I'll just keep them. Not in a huge rush to get them back on the car. It doesn't look terrible with these wheels on it. With it being lowered, it helps a little bit. But everybody likes to have their stuff looking nice, so I think that's gonna wrap up this video. I am ordering pinstriping for the truck, I think today, so that'll probably be in the next video. I think pinstriping will really help that thing kind of pop a little bit, not just having a painted line, but having something to separate it. And I think there's some other stuff in store too. Can't really think of anything right now, but appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I appreciate those that don't really care for the car content, but are just here to be supportive. Like I said, can't make a first gen video every day, so sometimes it does got to be the BMW, and I know it's not everybody's style and everybody's taste, and I get that. But you know, like I said, gotta make do with what I got, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.